You and your spouse are probably pretty different from each other.
What are you talking about? Not us.
Total opposites.
It's true.
So let's talk about what happens if we fail to take those differences into account. So when we fail to understand those key differences, this is one of the key things that puts us on what we call the path of separation, that long, slow drift apart. So it's true that men and women have many differences, and couples tend to have many differences.
We could not be more different.
So let's just look at a few of what those differences might be. For example, women have language processing on both sides of their brain. I'll let you conclude what that means.
Okay.
Women also have higher brain blood flow than men do, and so that causes them to revisit emotional memories more easily. Men have thicker skin, I guess maybe literally and figuratively, I don't know.
That's true.
And women have more pain receptors.
These and many other differences create very different key needs. And we need to pay attention to the key needs in our spouse. And yet they're usually so different than anything we would think of.
I did a survey a while back where I asked this question. What's the one thing you need from your spouse most right now? You'll notice here that the differences are pretty stark. Number one, for example, for husbands was respect. And for women, that was second from last on their list. For women, number one was feeling cared for.
Yep.
And for men, that was a pretty distant third from their first two. Husbands, their number two need that they identified in the survey was a satisfying sex life. For women, that was way on down the list, maybe third from the last.
Wow. These differences in needs makes marriage complicated, but it's
Sure
the way
does.
we're created. But when we fail to understand and appreciate these differences for a long time, then bitterness can set in. Like, if my key needs are not being met, I'm just going to want to give up. I'll get comfortable on the path of separation that I don't feel as understood or taken care of the way I feel like I need to be, or the husband feels that way. And you just get to a point where you are excellent roommates. Because loving how we want to be loved doesn't usually work.
No.
You have to think about how your spouse wants to be loved and how their needs are fulfilled. So here's an example from our life. So you saw that number one need for respect in men. That is true for Scott. I don't even have a grid for that because I don't know. I think I feel respected most of my life. So I don't really pay attention to that. Well, there were times in our marriage, I would notice that I would say something and immediately he would shut down, or I could tell something went wrong. Now, in my heart, I didn't intend any disrespect at all. But because I didn't understand that need in him or what it looked like, sometimes I would go there. Especially, not like calling him names, but it was especially we noticed when I needed reassurance about something. Like, are you taking care of this matter? Are you sure? Like, will it be okay? And he would take that as
Criticism or doubt
yeah, seriously?
or mistrust or lack of respect.
You think I'm an idiot, or you think I'm letting that go, or all those things.
Now, for her part, what she was really needing in that situation was to be cared for,
My number one need.
to be reassured, everything's okay, we got this covered, not a problem.
Yeah.
But there's an example, and we ran into it all. It took us years to figure this out, that my need for respect and her need to be cared for can oftentimes be in conflict with each other.
Yeah.
So this week, the one action we'd like you to take is to have the conversation with your spouse. What's the one thing you need most from me right now? And then follow up with the question, what would that look like? Because it's probably true that you don't really know exactly what their one major need should look like, because it's probably very different than your own. If you want to learn more about the truth of an intimate marriage, you can check out my book, The Path of Intimacy. We'll leave a link below. And if this video has been helpful to you, we hope you'll like it and share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell so you can come with us on this journey into deeper intimacy.